Welcome to parentingmarvel.com. In the past few years, a lot of parents have come with the difficulty they are facing with their child, and that is difficulty in writing or not wanting to write. Children are found to be very bright and all-round information processing abilities they have. However, to put anything on the paper is very difficult for them. You ask them orally, pat, the answer will come. And parents also know that these are bright children. What happens is, nowadays, the schools and the parents have started putting the children through formal education much earlier than their maturity. This definition of maturity I have given in an earlier video. Please catch up on that video for the definition of maturity. The children have to go through a process of milestone development to come to this stage where they can hold a pencil in their hand, in their fingers, and write. Before that, there are a whole lot of things which they have to do. They have to develop eye-hand coordination, they have to develop fine motor coordination, and each child develops at his own pace depending on a lot of conditions: prenatal condition, postnatal condition, nutrition, exposure, and all that. A child of 2 years cannot definitely write. The child will start to scribble on a paper. We have almost forgotten the concept of slate and chalk because we are so much into tabs and laptops and stuff. We have forgotten. Children are very happy to write with the chalk and to smear all that white thing on themselves. They feel very happy to do that because they can keep on writing on the slate. It is never ending. So it is very important to encourage a child with colors, with chalk, with slate, with sand, and with lot of vegetables and all, to encourage them to do this coloring and pasting and copying and all before they are taught to write. I am seeing the future of children who have writing issues as very difficult, because till a particular point of time they have to write exams, and in India the intelligence of a child is judged on the basis of his academic performance. So all his life he has to write, or most of his life. So why not start a little late? Why not give the child the step-by-step exposure to writing instead of jumping right on to getting them to write on a 4-ruled notebook? Different schools have different approaches on writing. Some schools start writing at 5 or 5.5 or close to grade 1. Some schools start writing much before that. So there is always a competition or confusion between parents that school is teaching writing. Why my child's school is not teaching writing? There are some schools which follow the conceptual learning, and that is awesome and wonderful. So here are a few tips you have to keep in mind before you introduce your child to formal writing. They need to learn to hold the chalk first, something which is very thick, and then come to thinner thing. Then the fine motor coordination happens. They should be able to scribble, and they should be able to color within the lines, however shabby it is, however many papers it takes. Yes. Probably, if possible, there has to be a board at home where they can, do whatever they want to do. Next, they should be allowed to play in the sand, where they are making some figures with their fingers, using their fingers. At home, they can be taught to count grains, or they can be taught to play with clay, or atta, gehu ka atta, and all these things will help them to have a firmer grip on the pencil. At school, they should be encouraged to write with all the pre-writing skills first. Every child will learn at his own pace, so they should be given the time. If a child takes 2 weeks to learn a slanting line, it is fine. His learning will be more stronger. Then they should move on to writing on dots, and then they will learn to write. Before learning to write, they have to be able to identify the vowels and the sounds and all of those things. Okay, so if you want to prevent a learning disability in your child, or if you want to prevent any kind of writing difficulty, please go slow, follow the milestone development of the child, and then push the child to writing. I hope this has been helpful to you in terms of academic development as well as intellectual development. For more, please comment on our YouTube video after subscribing to it, and catch us on parentingmarvel.com for more information on learning issues and writing issues. Thank you so much for listening to me.